I'm Carlos Henriquez, and today's topic is executive perks, deliberate exit strategies for SARs. So if you have a stock appreciation right, a stock option that has a 10-year expiration, your proximity to expiration becomes dangerous. We'd like to start working our way out of the SARs at the 8-year mark, and we do it over time, dollar cost averaging our way out of that position, maybe 25% at a time. For example, if you're going to draw from SARs, you're going to exercise the first 25% when you're 24 months away from that expiration. What that does is allow for the first 25% to get 8 years of leverage, and then you lock in the profits. Meanwhile, you're still at risk due to the proximity to the 10-year expiration on 75%. At the 8.5-year mark, maybe you exercise another 25%. Again, 8.5 years of leverage, lock in some profits. At the 9-year mark, do another 25%. And then finally, at the 9.5-year mark, the final 25%. I will tell you that unless a stock is performing poorly, it's very seldom that we actually bring it right up to the cusp of the 10-year expiration. We all know the stock market is volatile, and stock market investments are long-term, but there's a paradox here. A SAR, by its very definition, as you approach the 10-year expiration, becomes short-term. But the underlying investment, the derivative as it were, is very volatile because it's in the stock market. We have to mitigate this risk by having a deliberate exit strategy. Now, this is one area where there can be a lot of emotion. We'll work with clients for years, and then greed or fear sometimes interfere with their strategy. But irrespective of what the company is, if you retire and have 8 or 9 or 10 years of SARs lined up, and if you employed this strategy with no other thought or concern, we can kind of guarantee that at the end of the 10 years, that you exercise the SARs at the average stock price. If we methodically and logically exercise 25% of every SAR at its 8-year mark, 25 at 8.5, 25 at 9, and the final 25 at 9.5-year mark, you would create a schedule of dollar cost averaging. Now, we don't believe that's how you should actually do it, but if this is how you choose to do it, you'd get the average results. Now, if there's a downturn, we're not going to do our 8.5 years right now. You're going to wait. Then later when the stock market rebounds, you're going to exercise maybe 50% right away, maybe 75%, get some of that risk off the table. Therefore, you can manipulate a little. But the secret is to try and prevent greed and fear from coming in. Some of you may have SARs from multiple companies. And so we will need different schedules because each of those stocks perform differently. So one person might have 3 sets of decisions to make on their SARs exit strategies. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found this helpful.